I don't know why most companies are now hell-bent on having KYC on pretty much everything. It started out with Google with the whole YouTube thing. Now even the EU wants your whole ID to verify your age or something. And now Google will require developer verification to install Android apps, including sideloading. I'm pretty much shocked because pretty much every company now wants KYC for some weird reason. I don't know why. So in this latest news, Google now want developer verification on any app you install to prove that they came from this guy and this guy, which pretty much is weird in itself, but let's talk about it. To combat malware and financial scams, Google announced today that only apps from developers that have undergone verification can be installed on certified Android devices starting in 2026. Now, the term certified Android devices pretty much means any device that has Play Protect, and it comes with the whole Google apps. So for custom ROMs which have neither of these, which is basically only the AOSP version of Android, you're pretty much safe. But for pretty much 95% of users, these rules now apply to us. And they basically talk about what Google is trying to do, and they basically want to combat fake apps and make it harder for malicious actors to quickly distribute another harmful app after we take the first one down. A recent analysis by a company found that there are over 50 times more malware from internet sideloaded sources. This is pretty much cracking down on sideloading for some weird reason. As you will find, this developer verification is pretty much already there on the Google Play Store, but not for sideloading. So this is pretty much just cracking down on sideloading and using security as an excuse. And I don't know where they're going towards, because it seems like they are just cracking down on the whole Android experience, trying to make it harder for users to use their devices, whether it's the whole, actually since the inception of Play Protect in itself, verified boot. Like Google have been working tirelessly for many years with update after update, just closing down Android bit by bit. Not this, not even actually Samsung, who in their newest One UI 8 have already removed the whole unlocking bootloader process. Like it's no longer there. The code does not exist. The device does not know what unlocking the bootloader is. It doesn't know. They removed the code. Like at this point, Android is just pointless because they are restricting almost everything, tightening down everything, making it harder and harder to just justify even getting an Android at this point. As every manufacturer, Android to be specific, they're just becoming a glorified Apple copy. Take Samsung for example. Their design stolen from Apple. Their software is now leaning towards Apple, with the whole even One UI 7 just being a bar for bar ripoff from Apple. It's pretty much crazy to see. And this is not even the first scenario. I've actually made a video on Google tightening down Android as an experience, with them just slowly by slowly just tightening down Android, making it a ghost of its former self, with just dumb policy after dumb policy, just pumping it out bit after bit after bit after bit, that you just can't even justify getting Android anymore. It doesn't make any sense. And with Samsung removing the whole custom ROM thing, I just think that we're heading into a scenario that's just going to be, you have Apple here and you have an Apple copy here. Which one do you want? It's going to be that, and it's pretty much sad to see. This does not have to exist. By the time you agree to sideload an app, you already know the risk. You already approved everything. You said, yes, I know this device is not mine. It's not from the store, but I want to install it anyway. That is called choice. You need choice whether you like it or you don't. If you don't like it, don't do it. You literally have a choice to choose. But now they're making this whole thing for some security aspect, as if the person sideloading is not familiar with that, and as if during the install process Google doesn't scream at you in every corner that, hey, this app is not from the App Store, it could have malware, wow, like some scary stuff. But still they go on to just make it a pain to just do even the simplest of things for no good reason other than security, which has been the whole thing about getting your details. Like now the EU with the whole Safety Act, now they want your ID to prove you're 18 or something. Now this from Google, now YouTube wanting your ID to show you're over 18 to watch YouTube. I don't know, it's just weird really, and I don't know what to say, but it's pretty sad actually. And now even here you can see Google notes supportive initial feedback from government authorities and other parties. Of course, they'll just take the feedback from the government instead of the actual users who use their devices. Like what did they really expect? Any government is going to love getting your data, getting any information they can get out of you. They're going to applaud any effort from these companies to do that. And at that point, I pretty much can't even really support Google anymore, because it's going to be like a sinking ship with Google just neatly poking holes at the center and you just riding along, hoping not to sink, but eventually you just will. I can't even justify any of this anymore really. And I'm just going to leave you this comment here from this guy called Sominemo, who pretty much just justifies this whole thing, as it's pretty crazy, man. I don't even know what to say. So if Google's just going to be like this, why not just get an Apple? At least Apple, with the whole walled garden, they pretty much do it to the best of their ability. Like the software is top notch, you get decent offerings, not some cheap copy who's just trying to act like the glorified version of whoever they're copying. It's pretty much sad really, and I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy. People online are upset, and I can see why. This is too much. And yeah, I actually made, I believe, 2 videos about this story. Google is just a sinking ship at this point. Android is dying, will eventually die, and it's your choice whether you want to jump ship now or wait until the ship sinks. Whichever you choose, it's up to you. What I would suggest, maybe get an old device, like maybe an S21 there, and maybe stick to this current version of Android. I'm sure this is going to roll out on every version, but just to be safe, you can stick to maybe Android 15 for now, as that's pretty much the solid point of Android. But I'm pretty sure this is going to roll out everywhere. And if you can, get Android open source project, Android AOSP. It's a very, very, very solid custom ROM, and it doesn't have any Google apps. It doesn't have the whole Play Store. You can just install your own third-party app store and you just use it regularly. None of this BS, none of this nonsense, just enjoying your device like it was meant to be. So that's my suggestion. Get a custom ROM, preferably AOSP, and just enjoy your device. This is pretty sad. I really hate it, and it just makes me feel like maybe Android is just not what it used to be. And the best that you can do is to just adapt and move forward. If Google wants to be Apple, might as well just go and get an Apple device, because nobody can ever do it like the original. And with that, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos. I have my crypto addresses in the description if you want to donate. I'll truly appreciate it. Let's have a discussion about this. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Maybe Google is doing something great in your opinion. As for me, I really hate it, but let's talk in the description. And with that, see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and see you. Goodbye.